You feel it, don't you? The brain fog, the constant low-level anxiety that hums in the background of your life. You wake up, and before your feet even hit the floor, you are scrolling. You are checking to see what the world did while you were asleep. You set goals in January. You wrote them down in a notebook that is now collecting dust under your bed. You told yourself, "This is my year." But here we are, months later, and you are in the exact same spot. Actually, you might be in a worse spot, because now you have the added weight of regret. We live in an economy of distraction. Your attention is the currency, and everyone is stealing it from you. The news, the algorithms, the notifications, they are designed to keep you average. They are designed to keep you docile. But there is a way out, a way to reclaim your mind and compress 5 years of progress into a single season. It's called monk mode. It is the nuclear option for productivity. And if you are brave enough to disappear for 90 days, you won't just change your habits, you will fundamentally change who you are. Monk mode isn't just a TikTok trend or a buzzword. It is a period of total immersion. You commit to a singular goal, and you ruthlessly eliminate everything, and I mean everything, that does not serve that goal. But why does it work? It isn't magic, it's biology. Let's talk about your brain for a second. When you focus on one thing without distraction, your brain wraps your neural pathways in a substance called myelin. Think of myelin as insulation for an electrical wire. The thicker the myelin, the faster the signal moves. This is how masters are made. This is how athletes become elite. But every time you check a notification, every time you switch tabs, every time you react to a buzz in your pocket, you break that process. You create what researchers call attention residue. You are literally stripping the insulation off your wires. You are training your brain to be slow, scattered, and stupid. Monk mode fixes this. By forcing your brain into periods of deep, uninterrupted work, you aren't just getting tasks done, you are physically rewiring the gray matter in your skull to function at a higher level. Most people fail monk mode on day one because they don't prepare. You cannot go from a dopamine addict to a monk overnight. You need a buffer. Before you start your 90 days, you need a reset weekend. Here's what you do. For 48 hours, you turn off all electronics. No phone, no laptop, no TV. You need to bore yourself to tears. You need to clean your room, organize your desk, and stare at the wall. Why? Because you need to lower your dopamine baseline. Right now, your brain is used to high spikes of cheap pleasure. By boring yourself for 2 days, work actually starts to look appealing. Once you have reset, you are ready for the protocol. Monk mode relies on 3 non-negotiable pillars. If you break one, you restart the clock. Pillar number 1, isolation and elimination. You need to identify the vices that are dragging you down. For most of you, it is social media, alcohol, and processed food. You need to delete Instagram and TikTok from your phone. Not just limit them, delete them. If you need them for business, use a desktop computer. Make it hard to access. You also need to tell your friends and family. Say this, "Hey, I'm locking in for a big project for the next 3 months. I won't be around much. I'll see you on the other side." If they're real friends, they will understand. If they get mad, they were never supporting you anyway. Pillar number 2, physical vitality. You cannot have a strong mind in a weak body. You must exercise for at least 30 minutes every single day. It doesn't have to be intense weightlifting every day. It can be a run, a swim, a long walk, but you need to sweat. Your brain consumes 20% of your body's energy. If your cardiovascular system is trash, your focus will be trash. Pillar number 3, the daily meditation. You need 10 to 20 minutes of silence daily. This is not spiritual woo-woo. This is mental weightlifting. Meditation teaches you how to observe a distraction without reacting to it. When the urge to check your phone comes up, you notice it and you let it pass. This skill is the difference between the top 1% and the rest. Now, how do you fit this into a real life? I know what you're thinking. I have a job, I have classes, I can't just disappear into a cave. You're right, monk mode isn't about not working, it's about maximizing the hours you have. If you work a 9-to-5 job, your monk mode happens in the golden window. This is between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m. While the rest of the world is sleeping, you are building. You dedicate these hours to your side hustle, your skill, or your study. No phone, no email, just you and the mission. By the time you clock in at your real job, you have already won the day. If you are a student, you use the library lockdown method. As soon as your classes end, do not go home to your dorm or your apartment. Home is where the PlayStation is. Home is where the bed is. Go straight to the library. Phone stays in your backpack on airplane mode. You do not leave that chair until your 4 hours of deep work are done. I have to be honest with you. The first 2 weeks of this journey are going to be miserable. Your brain is going to scream at you. You will feel withdrawal symptoms. You will feel bored, anxious, and incredibly lonely. You will see your friends out having fun on the weekends, and you will be sitting in a dark room working. This is called the Valley of Disappointment. This is the filter. This is where 99% of people quit and go back to being average. You have to understand that the boredom is not a bug, it is a feature. Boredom is the breeding ground for creativity. When you stop consuming other people's thoughts, you finally have room to think your own. If you can push past week 3, something incredible happens. The fog lifts, your energy stabilizes, you start waking up before your alarm, excited to work. You start making progress in days that used to take you months. You enter a flow state that feels permanent. I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine it's 90 days from now. You look in the mirror and you were leaner, you were sharper. You open your laptop and you see the results of your work, the sales, the grades, the finished project. You walk down the street with your head high because you know you have discipline. You know you can trust yourself to do what you say you will do. That version of you is waiting, but he is locked behind a door that only opens with hard work. The world is getting louder. The distractions are getting smarter. The only way to win is to opt out. I want you to comment, "I'm in" down below if you are ready to accept this challenge. Put the date in your comment. This is your contract with yourself. Come back in 3 months and reply to your own comment with what you achieved. Go be quiet, go be dangerous, and go build your dream.